Okay, I'm going to teach you some things today about the UI Siri mixers. First thing we're going to talk about is the view group, and this is specifically on the iPhones. So if you go into the three bars and the settings, and you go to local, up at the top it says view groups, and you can choose between local and global. Mute groups are only global. So every guy in the band has an iPhone, and he can decide what channels he wants to see on his screen. There's the 20 channels of the mixer and the USB and the RCA, and you got the reverb, you got the effects, you got the aux sends, all that stuff, the VCAs. You don't want to see all that. All you want to see, especially if you have a small band, you just want to see what you want to see. And really, it's only because you're going to be mixing your monitors, right? So you're not going to be mixing the whole band. So maybe you only need to see certain instruments, certain people, certain channels that you're going to feed your ears. So it's very handy for each band member to be able to just set up how they do that. Now on the iPhone, and probably the audio guy is going to do this. You're going to pop out the screen. We could do this over here. On the iPad, when you pop out the slide out, you get to see the name of the presets for both the view groups and the mute groups. So you can actually give it a name. So if you put your finger on the button, it'll bring up the interface, and you can see we've got one selected. We gave it a name. We've got channels that are selected. We've got some input channels. We've got some effects, and we've got a VCA. So when you go back to here, pop out the slide, you hit the button, and here's all your effects, your VCA. And when you select these channels, the order that you select them is going to be from left to right, okay? And it'll show you right here. And if you uncheck one, it's going to reorder the chain from left to right. So even if the audio guy puts lead vocal on channel 10, you could make that channel 1 on your view. Okay, so that's view groups. Now let's talk about shows and snapshots and cues. We're going to do it on the iPad. You go up here to shows, and you've got the show column, snapshots, and the cues. The show column, those are folders, okay? So you click on that, and within that folder is this file. This is a file. The snapshot will save every bit of information. Your labeling of your inputs, your outputs, your mutes, your effects, your preset recalls, all that stuff is saved in the snapshot. The cues are only going to save data that is not processor intensive, like reverb and compression and gate. It's going to save your mix levels, your pans, your mutes, your auxes, all that kind of stuff. All that, your pre-post switches, if it's a switch, if it's an on-off switch, or a fader level, that will get saved in the cue. Let's go to effects. So here we've got the 4 effects. The first one is always going to be reverb. The second one, if you hold your finger on it, it's going to pop up reverb or delay. So you can pick. Number 3, the chorus, is going to be delay or chorus. And the 4th one could be either delay or room. So you got your pick. You don't really have, you got 4 slots, but you could have 3 different delays if you want to have reverb and 3 delays. So you could have 2 reverbs and a delay and a chorus, or however you want to do it. So that's a pretty cool feature. Okay, now let's talk about mixing in-ear monitors. We're going to start out with the iPad, and I highly recommend, like, the audio guy never use an iPad to mix. I mean, not iPad, an iPhone. You always want to use a bigger tablet, not a phone. to mix the band because there's so much data. The band guys can easily get away with an iPhone because it's going to be really easy to mix their monitors. I'm going to show you. So what the audio guy does is he goes to settings, and then he goes up here to access. And the first thing you have to do is you have to enable it, and you have to give it a password. So what I do is I've got 3 devices here, and we've got aux 1, aux 2, and aux 6. So I'm going to put in 666 as the password. Now, the top half is lit up, and it's telling you we're going to allow the client, when you say client, you think band member, access for what? Aux levels, okay? And then when you touch that, his options are the 10 auxes down here. Okay, so that's global for everybody on an iPhone. Now, we're going to get out of this. You just get out of it, and you don't have to like log out, just get out of it. Now, for these guys, what they're going to do is they're going to go into, this is going to be the audio guy, and he's going to go into settings, and he's going to go into access, and he's going to turn on the control for his aux. So this is aux 2. So all you have to do is touch it, turn it on. Now he's good to go, and then you just get out of it. You just log out of it. Now that's the first half. The second half is going to be making this all work. So what you do is you go into aux sends, and here are the master outputs on the right and the bands on the bottom. So since he's aux 2, we're going to go to his input microphone, and we're going to click assign me. Okay, so that's him. Now, me could also be my vocal and my guitar, or my vocal and my mic, or just my vocal. And then automatically the band is going to be everything else. Okay, you also have to assign your out. So you got to go to aux masters, and here's aux 2, and just like with the mic, click and hold, assign my out. Okay, so you assign your source and your destination. So now when he goes to aux sends and he's on aux 2, he can move faders, right? But if he goes to aux 1, it's locked. And if he gets out of this mode and he tries to go to the front of house, that is also locked. So it is just that simple for a band member to mix himself. Now, if you turn the phone sideways, you're going to get this, me and the band. So you can make yourself louder or softer, or the band louder or softer, or you can go here in the middle and you get both at the same time. So as you make me louder, it automatically makes the band softer. And then you go back to here. Now, if you were in aux sends mode, right? And here you could submix, like if you want to like get less sax, less drums, but you want more of the other vocal guy, you can mix it that way. That's like would be your submix. And then if you double tap, you're going to get this mode. So here's me, and then here's the band. And then you double tap again, and you're back to your source. You're on vocal 2, and you can get any source in here. And that's how you mix your monitors. Beautiful. Let's talk about ducking. So here in this view, this would be for the audio guy mainly. We got 2 subgroups showing on the screen here. Sub 1 is mics, and subgroup 2 is music. So what's going to happen here is if you double tap the fader and you go to compressor, this is how this works. You set the threshold very low, like -40, and you set the ratio all the way up. Okay? So what this means is the littlest bit of vocal signal, say the DJ, the music's playing, this is going to smush the volume of the music down like 20 or 30 dB. It's going to go down way low, which is very cool. I do a little bit of DJ stuff, And I love it because if somebody tells me to make an announcement, I just talk and the music automatically goes way, way down. Okay, that's a great reason to use that. I'm sure you could use it musically in other ways. When the snare drum hits, it brings down the guitar, whatever. But that's how I use it with vocal, DJ, music. And that's how you set that up. Another thing I want to tell you about is your network, your router that you use. I have a little router. It's very dependable. Here's the deal. 5G will be less interference, but it's also less range. But, I'm like a 50-foot mic cable at the most from the stage to, out in the audience. Never had a drop out and works every time. So just keep that in mind when you're on your gigs. You're using a separate router. You should use a separate router. Highly recommend it. I got Soundcraft to help me set up my network, and he set up the 192.160 IP and all that. And it was great help to me. So those are some tips. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to do more of these.